Keep that same energy. That's exactly what we're talking about today. So my name is Sundiata. This is the Insight segment for Smile Podcast. I hope you guys enjoy. So we last left off with, set the pace, rise and relax, and, working on yourself for a little bit. Now we're going to expand on that, right? Steps to these things. And for the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about how to think, what ways to think, and keeping the same energy is where we're starting, right? So keeping that same energy, what in my own perspective on that is, this is where you become unhinged and unfazed with everything that happens around you. And we want to do that because we need to stop compromising ourselves and also stop compromising ourselves for others as well. Because when you do that, you're delaying yourself from becoming the best version of yourself, right? And we need to stop delaying, and that's why we need to think differently. So keeping that same energy, the main thing I want to talk about here today is we need to stop retaliating. And what I mean by that is when we think about the topic, keep that same energy, a lot of things that happens is reciprocation, right? You will reciprocate someone else's energy. Now, that's not exactly keeping the same energy. That's just stooping down to someone else's own energy. And even though it may work sometimes, you're still stooping down for someone else. And we need to get to a point where we're not stooping down for nobody, right? We're staying at a nice, consistent level and only going up. And if it comes to a point where you need to reciprocate someone else's energy, whether they're, boring or tired or just angry, mad, whatever the emotion or event that's happening, and you need to stoop down out of your own self to their level, then at that point it's it's beneath you, and you need to learn to move on. And that's the main thing with keeping the same energy is knowing your friend groups, knowing yourselves, and knowing when to move on to keep that same energy, keep the right energy. And another thing is becoming consistent in your own type of energy that you do every day, day in, day out. And what I mean by that is sometimes we'll be happy, we'll have a good day, everything will be all good, we'll cook clean, work out, maybe everything be fine. And some days it won't be fine. Some days you'll be completely distraught, out of place, out of whack. So we need to learn to have that good day consistently every day and get into that that habit, right, over time. And by that, what I mean by that is like when you get into a good habit, what happens is you become more relaxed, your thinking becomes more clearly, and you're not compromising anymore. And it'll probably help your procrastination as well. And also with keeping that same energy is when you respond, just like reciprocating, when you respond, we want to learn how to respond in a good way, in a clear way, and just not stooping down to anyone. So over the next few weeks, what I want you guys to practice is, just keeping a consistent, good, good energy. And if someone, mad, bad, comes your way, angry, or, treating you some type of way, you don't stoop down to their level. You either ignore it or you move on, whichever you want to do, right? And we just want to get into a habit of keeping a fine line of things, right? We're keeping the same energy, like me, what I do is I'm known for my optimism, right? No matter what, I know how to stay happy. I know how to find the right things in any type of situation. And, that helped me steer clear from a lot of things like drama, any type of bad, even though, you might lose friends over this too. Because I know I definitely lost friends because I didn't want to be around certain type of environments. And that's another thing that a lot of people need to understand is some of these environments aren't meant for you. But when you stay around, those bad energies, it tends to hook on and you tend to get attached. You definitely don't want to be getting attached to things that's going to weigh you down over time as well. That's why I say, keep the same energy and learn how to make something new, something good out of your own energy as well. And that being said, how we're going to practice this is at least every time you wake up, and that's where we really, start learning these things when we wake up. You take note of how you wake up, like how you feel when you wake up, what's your energy level at that point, and you want to get into a habit of jump starting. You're like just starting your day off, just happy. You can even fake it, fake it till you make it. Just fake it happy. Just make sure you have some type of good energy when you wake up. Every time you wake up, just trying to jump start it, get into a habit. And the second thing is like taking notice of your friends, your family, your friends, notice of their own energy as well. And maybe you'll find out there's some people, you should be avoiding. There's some people you shouldn't even be talking to. Right, I'm saying? You feel me? So with that being said, keep that same energy. Next week we're gonna talk more about the optimistic, being happy, positive energy that you should be learning to do every day. Also, the bad energy you should be avoiding, like listening to the news is not something you should be doing all the time, right? Just messes with your mind. So I hope this video was a little bit clear, helped out you guys with some thinking, and please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, please just let me know. And we do these videos, every day, every week, and there'll be steps to this, At first it may be a little confusing, but as it builds on, you'll see how we develop a good thinking, a good process, from, just learning our own energy levels, learning what to avoid, learning, what to attract, right? And learning how to, take steps in those things. I don't want to ever go to head, like, discussing something like leadership and we haven't learned about humiliation, right? There's steps to everything. And like I said, keep that same energy. It's very important right here. The foundation of it, always knowing the people around you is going to keep the same energy that you're on as well. That way, y'all, focus on the same path, on the same page. And if someone's falling out of line of that, you should take note. And sometimes, whether you got to cut them off or you got to talk to them, what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't be around people that's going to hold you back or delay, or people shouldn't be putting you in a position where you need to compromise, right? So that's the whole thing I just want to talk about today, keeping that same energy. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, now let me get out of here. Tune in next time. It's your boy Sundiata. I'm out.